Do you worry about cyber war in the 21st century?
Absolutely. If there is a global war, it'll start with cyber, if it's not already started.
Do you feel like there's a boiling, like the drums of war are beating? What's happening in Ukraine with Russia? It feels like the United States is becoming more and more involved in the conflict in that part of the world, and China is watching very closely. It's starting to get involved geopolitically and probably in terms of cyber. Do you worry about this kind of thing happening in the next decade or two, like where it really escalates? People in the 1920s were completely terrible at predicting the World War II. Do you think we're at the precipice of war potentially?
I think we could be. I would hate to just be, just fear mongering out there. And COVID's over, so the next big thing in the media is war and all that. But I mean, there's some flags going up that are very strange to me.
Is there ways to avoid this?
I hope so. I hope smarter people than I are figuring it out. I hope people are playing their parts and talking to the right people, because the war is the last thing I want.
Well, there's two things to be concerned about on the cyber side. One is the actual defense on the technical side of cyber, and the other one is the panic that might happen when something like some dramatic event happened because of cyber, some major hack that becomes public. I'm honestly more concerned about the panic, because I feel like if people don't think about this stuff, the panic can hit harder. Like if they're not conscious about the fact that we're constantly under attack, I feel like it'll come like a much harder surprise.
Yeah, I think people will be really shocked on things. I mean, so we talked about LulzSec today, and LulzSec was 2011. They had access into the water supply system of a major U.S. city. They didn't do anything with it. They were sitting on it in case someone got arrested, and they were going to maybe just expose that it's insecure. Maybe they were going to do something to fuck with it. I don't know. But, that's 2011. I don't think it's gotten a lot better since then.
And there's probably nation states or major organizations that are sitting secretly on hacks like
100%. 100%. They're sitting secretly waiting to expose things. I mean, I don't want to scare the shit out of people, but people have to understand the cyber threat. I mean, there are thousands of nation state hackers in some countries. I mean, we have them too. We have offensive hackers.
The terrorist attacks of 9/11, there's planes that actually hit actual buildings, and it was visibly clear, and you can trace the information. With cyber attacks, say something that would result in a major explosion in New York City, how the hell do you trace that? Like, if it's well done, it's going to be extremely difficult. The problem is, there's so many problems. One of which the U.S. government, in that case, has complete freedom to blame anybody they want.
True.
And then to go start war with anybody that actually see all right, that's one cynical take on it, of course.
No, but you're going down the right path. I mean, the guys that flew planes in the buildings wanted attribution. They took credit for it. When we see the cyber attack, I doubt we're going to see attribution. Maybe the victim side, the U.S. government on this side, might come out and try to blame somebody. But, like you've brought up, they could blame anybody they want. There's not really a good way of verifying that.